Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we're gonna get started pretty soon. Let me just get ready. So the stream is gonna be... This is gonna be a short stream. And here we go. Here we go. So I don't usually stream at that time, but my sleep schedule is asking me to. So it's like 8 AM, right? I have work up after that. So let's get started, shall we? I feel like maybe... Hello people. I feel like maybe I'm going to be more efficient by, starting in the morning. Because I'm not gonna be tired because of work, right? And I have like my full thoughts ready to think, kind of. So, yeah. Wait, I can't place plug? Okay, yeah. Oh, this is so good. I love that. This is really incredible. I love it so much. But yeah, the goal is to be able to, well, as you saw with the title of the stream, the goal is to spawn entities. The goal is to have block entities, for example, so I can drop my items on the ground. And yeah, and then collect them, or, just destroy blocks and have drops from those. That would be nice. But the problem is that we have our custom render pipeline that's focused on cubes right now. On voxels. Not on entities that are separate. So maybe we want like a different kind of pass, maybe not. If we have different kinds of passes, we're also going to have like the opaque pass and that kind of stuff. So that's a question. That's a good question. I'm not really sure about all of this. And yeah, I would say that's it. So basically today will be a lot of thinking because I'm not sure about what to do. But you know what? I'm at least gonna... I just want to change the generation a little, so we can see it more. Where was it? Collision node. Wait, where's the... Oh, there. Yeah, let's have this. Maybe this. Am I going to spawn underground? Oh, I am. Wait a second. Okay. Yeah, now we have some terrain that's a bit steeper, let's say. More steep. Maybe that's fine. I would say that's fine for debug, right? It's probably better. We can test collisions better that way, I guess. The jump feels very floaty. I'm not sure about it. But yeah, I guess it's good enough. Oh yeah, that's okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do some thinking. This is gonna be thinking morning. So we have the render pipeline right there. And as you can see, we have like a lot of chunks here. And we filter the chunks too. So I just have an opaque path for now. And the question was, should I split my entities, the rendering of my entities from the rendering of my chunks? And I'm not sure about that. I probably want to... I'm not very familiar with like splitting the environment from the entities, so I want to ask GPT about that. Because I think there's a lot of things I'm missing and I want to take those into account. So... making a voxel game. Is it fine if I split my rendering into... I mean, actually, never mind. Into an environment path, and I mean, I guess that's for the best because the environment is going to have its own shader, right? Like optimized for voxels, and what takes time in rendering is when we switch shaders, like the switch of context, right? So if like all my voxels and chunks share the same shader, then it should be like more optimized to render all of them at the same time. So I think it's like obvious that it's better to kind of split them, or at least sort the items inside. Yeah, well, okay. And an entity path. What are the pros and cons? So I expected, well, okay, yeah, let's do that. Shadow path, depth path, opaque. I mean, I know that I have to sort them differently at least, but the question is, like, should I keep them like on their own? Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, shaders are gonna be different. Yeah, that's for sure. Well, yeah. Easy optimizations. Yep. Yeah, I guess if we do the first or maybe not the first but some culling, let's say, on the CPU, then might be worth it. Different update frequencies, I guess so. Multi-threading. Huh? More render states changes. Where? Unified renderer can globally sort locals. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. But I mean, in any case, I should like first render opaque things, opaque objects, and then render transparent ones. So I'm not sure if this is, you know, harder batching. Oh, that's not going to happen, is it? Well, okay, it depends. Yeah, I suppose an entity can become part of the terrain. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, the rendering was transparency. Yeah, yeah. Jokel producers. Yeah, I mean, that's what that was what I was thinking about. You do the best of both worlds. Specialized. One place responsible for everything. Yeah. For a voxel game. I guess. I'm gonna check outside of GPT. So, rendering best way to make Drokos, or like to organize, like architecture, maybe render architecture. Some interesting bits on this playlist. Graph, Unity rendering architecture. I don't wanna watch videos. Roblox. That seems good, but yeah. I mean, that sucks. Internal rendering architecture. Okay, Godot, that's nice. I wouldn't really look too much at Godot, but yeah, there's like the clustered and stuff, right? I saw that when I was streaming the guy from last time. Forward plus. I mean, I don't care about forward plus. I'm not forward. Okay, so that's the architecture, well, the core architecture classes. Why not deferred? Because for, wait a second. Oh yeah, that's for compatibility, right? Wait. Wait, they only have forward rendering, not... Wait a second. No, that's not possible. No, wait, they don't... Well, that's the... Forward render that uses a clustered approach to lighting. Clustered lighting uses a compute shader to group lights. Yeah, so compute shader, so it's not... Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah, okay, yeah. Into a 3D frustum aligned grid. Okay. Then at render time, Pixel can look up what lights affect the grid cell they are in and only run light calculations for lights. Okay, so it's like a grid. Okay. So... Okay. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's like a different subsection. Wait. Oh. Yeah, core is like not good. When we have the scene, we have the servers. What else has this? Well, yeah, no, okay, that's like the global architecture. Never mind. I don't care about that. Summary of rendering, okay. Core shaders. Okay. 2D and 3D separation. That's good, I like that. HDR, oh, yeah. Okay. 2D rendering techniques, 3D batching and instancing. Okay, so we can take a look at this. In the forward plus renderer, Vulkan instancing is used to group rendering of identical opaque or alpha tested objects for performance. Okay. Never instanced. Makes sense, maybe. Not as fast as static mesh merging. Yeah, I mean, okay, I don't really care about that because my terrain is already merged, right? Clustered lighting. Okay, so by clustered lighting, I mean like the grid thing where they put the lights, right? Shadowless light can be almost free if they don't occupy much space on screen. Okay. Rendering up to 8 directional lights at the same time. Mobile oh, hi Calculus! Yo yo yo. Compatibility, I don't care about that. Shadow mapping, I mean, okay, it's shadows. Global illumination. Sign distance fields. And light map baking. Do I want global illumination? Probably not. It would be too much work, probably. Except if I can reuse what Godot uses. Which I might be able to. Depth of field. I mean, that's good to know. I'm gonna copy this. I'm basically, for context calculus, I'm gonna try to render entities because right now I have my custom render pipeline, right? But I'm only rendering the terrain. I'm only rendering my chunks. And the goal is to, be able in the first time to be able to drop blocks and have like, those block entities they have in Minecraft. The sky, volumetric fog. I'm actually interested in this one. Okay, I see what I mean by first time aligned. It's for the sampling. It's so the forward vector just goes into the next cell of the grid without like having a vector and that kind of stuff. Occlusion cutting. Embry. Okay. Anyway, what about the architecture? I mean, I'm not learning much. I guess the question was, do you split... How do you split your jokers? Forward plus clustered. I mean, I probably want like a deferred rendering, right? Do I? I mean, I guess I can... What can I do? Wait a second. Right, it's about the lights. Do I want to optimize for a bunch of different lights? Do I want my game to be optimized for, computers that are not very good? Elsewhere. I feel like default, to me, default was always the best because you have like all of your information in your JBuffer and you can have like custom shaders that take those extra textures into account. So like, for example, if you have, if you need a shader that needs to know the depth, let's say, of a material, kind of, like of an object, then deferred is nice because you already have the depth information. Well, yeah. Well. Yeah. Well. Okay. Anyway. Never mind. Ooh. Oh no. Third ID. Each entity submits an encoded integer key. What? I mean, I won't find what I want. I'm just gonna... I just need to check a few things. So, should I go forward plus? Or... Wait a second. Forward plus or deferred rendering. I prefer deferred, but yeah, I mean that makes sense. Like for the game, well, I prefer deferred in general, but for that kind of game, like forward plus makes sense. Huh? What do you mean? Yeah. Decals, screen space effects. Yeah, this one is good. Mobile support, yep. I mean, I'm not gonna support mobile. I want my game to stay on computer. Because I feel like, for example, Minecraft is limiting itself by trying to be playable on Minecraft, on mobile. Large opaque terrain. Maybe I can just have like some kind of custom path thing. Like if I just render my blocks that are opaque first, then, I mean, I don't really see the point in... Wait. Can I just have like a mix, maybe? Like deferred for entities and forward for my terrain. Yeah, transparent materials. I guess. Alpha tested. Well. Yeah. You end up implementing a forward renderer anyway. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Hey, Gron, hey, what's up? So basically, I'm good. I'm trying to... Right now, I have my custom render path, right? Because I'm remaking like the render pipeline, basically. And, it's working well. I can place blocks. I have like different slots now in my hotbar that I can, select and place blocks from. But the problem is that I want to be able to break blocks and be able to, have like some entities, like some block entities on the ground. Like if I throw them on the ground too, like for example, like on Minecraft, right? So I'm trying to explore how I can do that. I'm exploring how I can organize my render pipeline so I can efficiently have the environment but also entities. By exploring, I guess I mean a lot of ChatGPT, a lot of self-reflection and thinking myself, and sometimes searching on Google too, like I did before, but it seems like they mostly have videos and that kind of stuff, and I don't really wanna. Well, they don't really have like specific answers to what I want specifically for my game. So memory bandwidth. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about all of that for now. I guess what I like in rendering is light. I love light. I want light effects. I was having trouble with light extremely dipping my FPS. Oh no. Switching to forward plus fixed it, but it also means I can't test on my laptop anymore. Oh no. Yeah, forward plus is nice. Well, basically what I'm hesitating to do is I'm hesitating between forward plus and deferred rendering. But I think I might have like a mixed approach where I have like forward plus for my environment and maybe deferred for my entities. Do you have concept art? I don't have. Well, I mean... Wait. I guess I don't have... I have like a few references to rendering up. It's not really about optimization, but... Okay, maybe it's not there. Let me check what I had. But yeah, it basically... Boof. References. I mean, it's like... Actually, is it about generation? Yeah, it's about the world generation. Wow. I guess... 2 seconds. Versus Brainstorm. There's like one game I like a lot, like visually. Or like a engine, you could say. No. Voxel game, probably this one. Visuals. Yeah, I guess I have like those few references because I love Ender Lilies, right? But there's also visuals. There's this one. There's this engine I like a lot. And I mean, a lot of people that make voxel games know about this one. But yeah. The thing is that voxels are pretty small. That's the difference. That's like one of the differences. And I might have... Well, my game is gonna be different anyways. I want things to be more precise on the surface for my game. But yeah. I mean, sorry about the quality. I guess let's go to... Let's try this. You know, that kind of thing, I guess. That kind of rendering. I don't want like the base Minecraft rendering. I want like some lights. I guess I want some volumetric fog. I want... Yeah, I mean, if I want lights, I guess deferred is... Right, it's about lights. Right, deferred versus forward plus is about the lights. How am I going to handle the lights? My only issue with forward plus is that it tends to be very unstable, especially on my laptop. Just importing a model made it crash my PC. Whoa. Howdy, hello, you die. Hypixel rendering, or vintage story. Oh, hi, Tel. I mean, Hytale looks nice but flat, in my opinion. And when I say flat, I mean, it's about the lights, I guess. Well, okay, it seems like I really want light. Yeah. Yeah, it's too flat for me. Like, for example, I want the light from the torch to emit, well, light, right? I want the torch to emit some light. For example, you have Minecraft shader. Torch, maybe? You have this kind of stuff, right? With some shaders. That's what I want, I guess. I want this kind of... Yeah, I guess that's a very nice reference, maybe? Not really that, but... Yeah, so I want a bunch of lights. I like this one. This one is like so great, wait.
We're actually exploring the cave without even placing one torch.
So... Wait. That sucks. That's not... That sucks. But yeah, let's copy this. Do you know Deep Rock Galactic? I don't think so, no. Visuals, I'm gonna have this. Maybe try deferred first. Maybe. Minecraft Dungeons. Oh, Minecraft. Wait a second. Let me take a look. Because Minecraft Dungeons is from top-down perspective, right? So it's like kind of different from first person. But I mean, compared to Minecraft, it will be closer for sure. Like if you have like this kind of stuff. Right. Yeah, probably. Yeah, this looks closer, right? Like you have some lighting for like different particles and stuff, for example. Well, I guess it's like HDR, right? I don't know if you can say it's really lighting. It's like bloom. But yeah, I mean, maybe probably more. If you're sure you could make the game look like that. I mean, I don't want it to... Well... I mean, there are definitely a few things I do like. Let's go lighting. There's like this kind of ambient fog too that I like a lot. Wait. That's like some kind of mod. Wait a second. This one is nice. This one looks nice. This one looks good. Let me take a look at it. Landing on dungeons. I'm gonna copy this one. Because you can see that it has like this kind of fog and lighting, and I like this. I like this. Thanks for the reference. Mission exploration game with map generation without voxels and fully destructive environments. Deep Rock Galactic. Okay. I think, well, basically I like voxels not for the optimization aspect, but I feel like it's easier for the player to manipulate the environment and to, like, play. Because I guess nowadays you have a lot of engines that try to make, for example, voxels smaller and smaller. But what about the gameplay? Like when you're going to destroy, like when you're going to mine, it's gonna be a bit weird, I guess, maybe. I'm not sure, but okay. Let me go back to this. What modern engines do. They're shifting towards forward plus, or clustered forward rendering. Primarily uses deferred. Yeah, that's what I thought. But also supports forward rendering for VR. Yeah, it's like for computers that are that have less power. Yeah, I'm GPU bound. Yeah, if I'm GPU bound, maybe deferred is not the best thing to do. Is it? No, it's not. Indirect live, eh? Yeah, transplant block, I guess. I'd lean toward Death Ray Pass. Optional. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a Death Ray Pass anyways. But wait a second. Wait a second, I avoid the memory overhead of a G-buffer. But wait a second. I guess the G-buffer is about the death, the normal, like storing basically the normal death, and like some other thing, right? But if you have the death pre-pass, doesn't that mean, I mean, is it really forward plus? Wait, forward plus, pipeline, well, explain very shortly while concising the forward plus pipeline and the deferred pipeline. Can you mix both, I guess? Because I mean, I think if they're like words, right? Maybe we can have something a bit different. Yeah, many modern engines mix them. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, I mean, it makes sense. Common hybrid is deferred for opaque geometry, and forward plus for transparent objects and special materials. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Each pixel only loops over the lights, affecting its always the lights, yeah. Maybe I need some ambient occlusion first. Hey, the little warrior, how are you? Welcome. So for context, once again, for new people that just joined, I have my Minecraft-like game, right, where I can place my blocks and stuff, and I can also destroy them. And the goal is to, well, this is a donut, and I have my own custom render pipeline. And the question is, how should I organize it? Because I want to have entities. I want to throw blocks. I want, when I destroy a block, I want like a small little block to appear and rotate like Minecraft. And I'm not sure about how to go about it for the rendering. First, I'm Godot dev here. I know this is off topic, but I need advice on how you would go about making a player-controlled tentacle using IK, Inverse Kinematics. Like using Godot or like with your own things, because I tried using IK a bit with Godot, but it didn't seem that stable for me. So maybe it depends on what you want to do. It didn't seem to work that well. But you can also implement your own IK yourself. It's like not that difficult. And to player-controlled tentacle. Like, how do you want to control it, I guess? Because IK is just like you have a point, and then you have like your chain automatically try to get to that point, right? When did you use IK? Because it was updated? I haven't used it in this game. I have like a very small soft body thing. Soft body simulator. Can I show it? I'm afraid I don't have the right Godot version anymore. I don't have the project, but yeah. With Godot, I'm working on a 2D puzzle game. Wait, let me zoom because the comments are really too small. The 2D puzzle game where the player uses a tentacle-like appendage to interact with the world. Ideally, they would control it with their mouse. Well, I mean, I guess if they control it with their mouse, like, I guess what you're saying is that the player moves their mouse, and the tentacle is supposed to go towards where the mouse is pointing, right? In that case, maybe you want like some kind of raycast, and you know, like that's hitting in front of you. Then you get the hit point, and the hit point is going to be the target for that IK, for the IK. Well, they updated it not too long ago. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure about how much they updated it, but good, I guess. Yeah, I'm not crashing. Let me try this. 30, yeah. It's like already almost 9. I really want to come to a conclusion. So, deferred for opaque geometry, and forward plus for, yeah. I guess I'm gonna go for deferred. Well, I mean, entities, forward plus, well, okay, let's see that. The key is that each pixel only loops over the lights, affecting its screen space tile instead of every light in the scene. So yeah, that's forward plus. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because I guess forward is just you have a bunch of lights and you test, or like you compute the lighting with all those lights, which is a waste. Because the more lights you have, the more, well, less optimized it's gonna be. But if you have a grid, then it's only going to test against lights that are close. So it's going to be optimized in that way. And deferred. So, okay. So forward is, you have your objects. You potentially have a depth-free pass. So, yeah, I guess I want my depth-free pass. I guess that's the most important thing I want. But you don't have a depth pass in forward, right? Do you have a depth pass in forward rendering? Because that's what's different, right? Oh, we actually do. Okay. So to me, the gbuffer was mainly about the depth pass, and you know, deferred rendering was mainly about that. But I guess not. So depth, with screen space, lights lists. Okay. Then we have the forward shading, vertex fragments. Okay. Deferred is, yeah, I guess you have the depth, but you also have the material, the normal, and the albedo. But I don't really need all of this, maybe. Okay, thanks, I'm a little bit here. I'm going to leave to work on my game, but I hope you figure out entity rendering, thanks. They said what you said, it was unstable. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, oh, I'm glad they said that then. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. Light pass, full screen pass, render gbuffer, compute lighting. Let me just wait. Right. Right, that's why. Because wait a second. Because if the forward has a dev pass, then that means it's already optimizing the fragments. It's not like computing the lighting for every pixel. Well, for every object that is rendered, but only for the pixels that are rendered. Lighting is computed afterwards by reading the gbuffer. Wait a second. Hybrid. Yeah, I like that. But I mean, I'm probably going to have this, right? Because that seems like the normal thing to do. I just wanna... How does the lighting work precisely with the gbuffer? So you render the geometry path with like all of your information for like PBR, I guess. So after that you have all of this. No lighting. Then you have the lighting pass. Draw one full screen triangle. Or like, you know, the quad basically. Not the world. It runs the lighting shader. For each pixel, you get everything. You reconstruct the position. Now loop over lights. Over all the lights. Wait. Suppose three objects overlap. No. Wait, but forward plus, if they have a dev pass, it's not supposed to light everything, right? Because the fragment is gonna get discarded if it doesn't like pass the dev test. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Oh, I guess. Yeah, that's the problem. But I guess the question is if forward pass uses a dev prepass, isn't it only going to compute light for the only for the pixels that are on the screen? Isn't that the same? Basically. The same, like not performance, like complexity wise. Yeah. Deferred. So what's the difference? Material evaluation. Material is still evaluated once per visible pixel in both cases. Wait. Yeah, I mean, I know that. Material is still evaluated once per nano. Yeah, okay, so in both cases it's kind of the same. But deferred. I guess maybe you have some cache with the... well, cache. I'm not sure about the GPU. I guess the GPU is its own beast, but yeah. No longer cares how many objects there were. Screen pixels. Okay. I mean, that's not really true. Where? Oh, never mind. Yeah, okay, no, yeah, well. Yeah, I see what I mean. Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah. Multiple lighting algorithms. I guess. Oh, yeah, I mean, okay, I understand. Probably. Screen space effects. Yeah, screen space effects are very good for that. Well, with a gbuffer, it's like really good to have, well, screen space is very easy with a gbuffer because you have all of your lighting information in the same texture. Yeah. Tiled clusters forward plus gets you early Z rejection, light culling. Okay. Maybe I have an old mentality about it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, in any case, does it really matter? Because does it? I don't know, because I don't have any lighting for now. So it's kind of the same. I just need to split my rendering into a depth prepass, opaque and transparent, probably. Yeah. As long as I have my depth prepass, I'm happy. Because without the depth prepass, it's just really bad. Performance-wise. Yeah. Well, I guess, yeah, I mean... It depends on what lighting I want. If I want screen space effects, then... Yeah, I mean... But that's probably something that's going to naturally arrive as I want it. So maybe it's fine if I don't think about it this way. I need to make like a diagram. That's gonna be rendering architecture. And I need to think about it. Because I have my current pipeline and I have what I want, right? Which are two different things. Because right now it's not really what I want either for my chunks. What I want is a big buffer that uses dynamic dispatch for my environment. So I have environment depth prepass. Well, Okay, well, instead of passes, let's first do... I have one renderer. Well, one renderer. I have one part. How can I call that? It's not a renderer. It's like, it's not really a pass. It's well, it's about buffers. Subpass? No, not subpass. But basically I want a place. 9. I want a place where I have... Well, let's just write it actually. I want a class that handle the voxel terrain. Okay. Voxel terrain data is gonna be continuous, maybe? Is it? Let me think about it. What if I have gaps? So basically what I was thinking about is it's going to be contiguous in a single big buffer to use dynamic dispatch, like dynamic rendering. Right? That was what I was thinking about. Entities. What are going to be entities? I guess there are objects that are not going to be voxelized. So maybe some entities, well, I'm not sure about that. Let's go back to, where was it? Not this. Did I close? Maybe I closed it. I guess I closed it. So, well, indirect. Yeah, it's not. Wait, did I say dynamic or indirect? No, indirect rendering is what I want. Indirect rendering for my voxels. That means everything has to be in the same vertex buffer, right? And the question is, when I want to unload chunks, etc., does that mean there's going to be gaps? How to fix that? Because, yeah, I guess that's like my main problem. No, everything doesn't have to be in a giant. Right, wait. One large buffer plus allocator. Each chunk stores this. Okay. When you unload, then you have a free region. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking about. When a new chunk arrives, if it fits, reuse it. Otherwise, allocate it somewhere else. I don't really like holds, but well. Yeah, it's like an allocator. No, GPU copies most of the time, very fast. Fragmentation. I don't like fragmentation. Option to compact every frame. I guess you can, well, copy D and E. Yeah, you basically move back everything, but that's like very bad. Multiple buffers. Indirect draw commands can Reference different buffers if your API supports rebinding between patches. Or you issue one indirect call per buffer. I mean, the goal is to prevent draw calls. That's why we are trying to use indirect rendering. So notice there is no draw for free. What? I mean, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's gonna be more work. I don't really want to spend time on this. I mean, I can always improve it in the future, as long as it's inside a single renderer, right? I don't want to spend time on that. So yeah, I guess I don't want indirect rendering right now. I just want this. I want a class that handles the voxel terrain. Okay. Like voxel terrain renderer, maybe. Then we have something like entity renderer. Then what we want is we have the dev pass. So we have dev pass, well, pre-pass. Oop. And then we have the forward pass, maybe. Maybe same here. I mean, I don't even have lighting, and the GPU is already the problem. I can optimize a lot, but how can I make it visually? I guess it's supposed to be like this, right? Okay. Death. Maybe death slash gbuffer. Maybe this one is going to have this. I mean gbuffer. Actually, wait. I mean, if it's a gbuffer, then it's not really a forward pass, but it's a lighting pass. Oh, I guess if I have a dev pre-pass, that means I can... Well, I don't have to... Wait a second. Am I doing something stupid right now? Is the reason... Is my rendering so slow because... Pickup. Well, I mean, I should definitely remove like some stuff, but yeah. But I have all of this. Oh, that's so stupid. Wait, is it? No, never mind. Yeah, okay, never mind. This is fine. Yeah, I'm doing those computations for vertices. So I can't really call that anyways. With a default pass or, yeah. Okay, so we have this. And how are my classes going to look like? Entity. So what are going to be my entities? What about if I have different spaces? Technically, with my cubes, I can store normals very easily, because a face has like 6 different. Well, the cube has like 6 different normals, so it's like 6, possibilities. So it's like what? It's like 3 bits maybe, instead of like I mean, for a normal, usually with like a vector, it might be 4 bytes instead times 3 for each component. So 12 bytes. So 3 bits versus 12 bytes. I guess we can optimize things this way. I guess the default can be optimized a lot like this. And what else? I mean, we have this. Yeah, so entities. What are going to be entities? Skeletal animations. What else? What do I want for my entities? Yeah. So basically I think what I mean by entity might be different than what GPT thinks. So what would be an entity? If it's just transparency, we can split it. Is it about animations? etc. How is managed and updated? Yeah. It's well, yeah, okay. Have transforms. Move every frame. Often animated. Usually 1 mesh per object. Can appear and disappear. Animation is also separate. Yeah, so you have to split that too. Just our entities. Well, it depends. Have their own lifetime and transform. Yeah. I guess I can't really optimize. Well, I probably can a little, but yeah, okay, I kind of get it. Static, skinned. Wait, static. I mean, okay. Yeah, renderer. Makes sense. Block entities. right? Chunk geometry. If it has an independent transform. Frequent updates, animations. I mean, it's like different. Basically, my data is different. My data, my data is completely different. But entities can be... Like, it depends on what kind of entity this is. Because if I have a giant whale, the problem is... If I have, if I have a giant whale or like a turtle that's made out of voxels, what is it going to be? And that's my problem. That's why I don't want really to split between voxel and entities, because it feels like it's not, I'm not sure. I'm actually, in this case, it would be blocks, right? Like for the player, it's not really blocks. I think there's a clear distinction. It's just that the voxel terrain is going to be... Like, there's going to be like a skeleton, I guess. But it will be something special to the voxel terrain. So... Maybe something like voxel entity render. Entity. So this one is renders voxels. That or what? Voxels that or what? I'm not sure. That don't move, basically. Renders voxels that are, animated. Renders animated voxels. So for example, we have skeleton animation. And potentially we have like other things, I guess. Well, maybe shadows. So, okay, we have this. It's kind of the same though, but I guess the data is, it's like different passes, I guess. But it can be like inside the same class, I think. Then we have the entity renderer that's going to be renders. Wait a second. I think I'm thinking too much about collisions. But so it's moving, basically. Well, yeah, what is an entity again? It's something that moves. So objects that move? I need something a bit different. What am I doing to... Okay, so I'm optimizing collisions for the terrain. And entities are going to have a different collision box and stuff. But what is the difference, like, rendering-wise? I guess you might have triangles, maybe? I think I want quads anyways. Do I? I'm not sure about that. I'm really not sure about what to do. Skeletal animations. I mean, how is it different from the voxel entity renderer in that case? I mean, potential skeletal animation, but that's like, I have entities that don't have skeletal animations. So let's say I throw a cube on the ground. How is it going to be different from what I have? It's not. I mean, may have special rendering. Right. Well, if I think about it from the shader's perspective, well, I mean, it's gonna... Never mind. The chunk mesh should be rebuilt. I mean... what? Yeah, there's not a GPU difference. It's an engine architecture decision. Okay. I agree with that, probably. Yeah. Short items. I know. Where does the mesh come from? Well, I mean, if it's like, if we're talking about the CPU, obviously it's going to be different. Mesh, GPU mesh. Wait. Yeah. Model, animation, transform. But I mean, I'm going to... Do I multiply by the transform? Well, I guess I can... Wait. Well, I mean, yeah, I have my custom effect, right? Distortion effect, so... I need to recompute the position anyways, so it's changing, so it's like not different in that case. Well. But yeah, I guess it's about the CPU. I don't care about the CPU, really. Yeah, I mean, this one sucks. Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, I'm not... Well, I'm not talking about that. I mean, I guess... Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna split... Let's say... Let's say this is about... Let's say voxels are about normals. Let's say voxels are about normals. Normals are mostly all the same. right? Maybe. Mm-hmm. So normals are mostly all the same. Let's say this is the same. Yeah, normals are mostly all the same. But for this one, we might have... Let me check... how is it called? The software to make Minecraft skins... Well, not really Minecraft, but Bedrock Minecraft skins, maybe? How is it called? Blockbench. So if we have this, for example, right? It means that this face is not going to be aligned, obviously. And I mean, I'm not sure. It's not really about Minecraft. Can I just look at the model I have? Models from this one, Patchouli. So we have this one, okay? And yeah, obviously normals are not... Oh, okay, yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Normals are not going into the same direction necessarily, like by default, kind of, I guess. There's like a lot of different normals. Well, there's like a lot of normals that are reused too, but is it mostly just about the air? No, I mean, I think it's fine. So yeah, basically entities are going to be... Let's say that. Entities, because, yeah, they're supposed to move too. Entities can have a lot of normals. A lot of different normals. So let's optimize about this, okay? Let's optimize around that. Let's optimize around normals, probably. And then in each renderer, we are going to have... Well, okay, so we are going to have... Let's go back there. We are going to have this and this. So this one is going to be about... Normals are mostly the same. And normals are different. Okay. Then we have inside the static voxels, static chunks that don't move. Then we have skeletal. And we also have the transparent. Skeletal transparent, maybe? Like maybe static transparent. Then we have skeletal transparent. Okay. We are going to have the same for entities. Like this. Probably. So first we have the depth prepass, and then we draw in this order, kind of. So, well, yeah, it's a bit hard, but so basically we have voxel, terrain, renderer, static, depth, prepass. Then we have the same for skeletal. Then we have entity renderer. Entity renderer static. Then we have skeletal. And then we have the transparent, static transparent. And that kind of stuff, basically. A skeletal transparent, I guess. And then the same for entities. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So basically, if cubes, then 6 normal, well, 6 potential normals, equal 3 bits, because it's like 8, like 3 bits is 8, so we can store 6 inside that 8, inside those 3 bits, inside those 8 potential values. We can even pack it, but yeah, no, probably not. It's fine like that. And this one is can't optimize normals. And this is basically a cheap G buffer, right? Because the normal take a lot of space. The depth, we're going to have a depth texture anyways. Wait, G buffer. Wait a second. So you have the diffuse, it's like a color. You have the normal. Normal is gonna be cheap. You have the texture coordinates. Texture coordinates. I mean, actually, I won't be able to optimize the G buffer because I need the actual normals, right? Do I? Well, I mean, if I have skeletals, basically, if I have skeletal meshes, then the final normal is going to be different. So it doesn't really work. But yeah, for static. So it might be a bit different. Outline, mask. Specular. So it's like vector, float. Vector that can be optimized. Position. Yeah. So let's say we have all of this. Depth. I'm not sure about that. No, never mind. Depth is... wait. World space normal. Huh? bit though. Wait. World space normal. Yeah, okay, no, it's fine with static objects. I can optimize this with static objects. And it's going to be smaller than 32 bytes. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, I guess it was 30 bytes in this case. Well, 30 bits. 4 bytes. Okay. So we have a lot of things. We do. We might want to start making classes. Right now I have my... I did change my pickup render pipeline a bit last time, but I might want to create a new class to have things be good. What am I doing with my... Why do I have cube chunks specifically? Chunks, right? So, and I have the space too. And pickup, is pickup even used? Like pick up this. Reset, that's it. Wait, yeah, am I even using this? Reset, null. Okay. And then I have this. Where am I using this? Never. I'm just not using it. So let's remove useless things. Pick up. Yeah, I'm not even using this anymore, right? It's only pickup output that I'm using, really. So I can remove. I can remove. I can remove. This. Yo, hey Crow, hello, how are you? How are you? Do I have pickup somewhere? I guess I have this, right? But it's like kind of useless. Okay, should be good. And let's create new classes. That are, because basically this one is taking a lot of space, right? Because I'm doing multiple things. Like I'm initializing the compositor, I'm creating my buffers and all of that. And I think that's like one of the problems. Maybe I don't want to do all of that. Actually, I'm not even creating the buffers, am I? I'm creating the frame buffer and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. 700 lines. I have the pickup too. I probably want to split this. So yeah, Crow. Okay, to explain you what I'm doing, I basically have my game where I can finally place different kind of blocks, right, from my hotbar. It's like so great. I can also like place all of them if I want to. Like this. I don't have any block anymore in my first slot. And the goal now is to have entities. So when I break a block, I want a small little block to spawn, right? That's like the first entity I want to make because it's like not animated, it's pretty simple. And it's like what's needed right now, right? And the question was, since I have my own render pipeline, how do I want to organize it for that? So I'm gonna go there. And I'm going to copy this. Into voxel renderer, maybe? Is it? Maybe a cube. Cube voxel renderer, something like that. Because I want it to be optimized for specific shapes, I guess. So I'm gonna have this. Then I'm gonna have the entity renderer. Okay. What about animations? I'm not sure. Actually, let me first add those classes. Actually, it should be there. Yeah, here. Okay. So now we're gonna open those cubes. Fragments. And I'm just gonna have very simple classes. I don't want to overthink things too much. I'm just going to have like a skeleton, a base skeleton of what I want. I won't even have like the an inheritance for now. I'm just gonna write my functions. Do you also do also models and artwork from your previous projects? What do you mean by that? Oh, like, did you check my other projects? No. Well, basically, I guess the answer you want is no. Like those ones, well, this one I guess is like a friend. But for example, this one and this ones are asset packs I found on each. This one was like with artists, I guess. This one is myself because it's like very simple shapes, right? So that's why it kind of sucks too. This one is actually by a lot of people, right? And this one is like other people too. It's like artists. Well, yeah, artists that were doing the jam with me. So I guess mostly I would say it's not me. Like I guess the answer you want is not me, because you know there's like a few things. Maybe this one you can say it's me, right? But actually the sword isn't me. The sword isn't me. Yeah, so I guess the answer you want is no. But for this game, I want to. I actually don't really know. I'm probably gonna make like a few models myself. And like for example, the textures I'm using in the world are, you know, made by myself. But you know, we're just gonna see how it goes. Oh. Do I want something dynamic actually? Yeah, let's go. Block bench. Let me just close this. Okay, so pickup. No, it's not the pickup. It's cube voxel. And this is going to have a draw opaque. It is going to have a draw transparent, maybe? Static. What about the static? What about the static objects? And the skeletal animated objects? It's not pipeline, it's like renderer. So static cube voxel renderer, let's say. That's probably what I want. Static. Static. So yeah, the file name changed, that's good. So I'm gonna have that, this is gonna be my interface basically. Opaque, transparent. I think that's all. Well, maybe I want to split in different... I'm actually not sure. Do I want different classes for transparent and opaque? Maybe. Because one is gonna potentially be deferred and the other one might be... well, forward. Let's ask. Yep. Should I have static voxel? Well, static opaque voxel renderer. Well, should I split my architecture into classes like this? This. Well, it's still static actually. So like this. Then we have little opaque, Then we have little transparent. Then we have static, opaque. Static, is this static because it's an entity, right? So yeah. Yeah, that would be like a lot of things. And well, I mean, technically yeah, but I mean, separate by responsibility. Geometry producer. Well. Give me the draw commands. So I guess as long as I split by, by pass. Shadow. Oh yeah, I guess there's a shadow. To depth, opaque, transparent. I guess they're the main ones. Good enough. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Let me think about this. Because in this case, for example, I can optimize for normals, but I can't for the other ones. So static, I mean opaque, I guess doesn't really matter that much. Well, I mean, I guess it's gonna be different, right? I mean, it is gonna be different. Hmm. Do I want to continue with this? Static cube voxel render. I just want, it's not supposed to be like the main renderer, but more like some small parts. Maybe renderer is like the wrong word, but I want to reuse things from other places. And yeah, there's not going to be a draw transparent in this case, but there's going to be something like draw. Wait, so it's not opaque, right? Wait. I mean, it's a bit different though. And okay, for this, I do want this to be different to optimize those. For this one though, I'm not sure. Because the normals are going to be different, so we might not be able to optimize those. Static might have... Well, opaque might have G-buffer. Transparent is not going to have the G-buffer. And it is going to be forward plus. So it's like very different. I think I'm gonna go with this. I think I'm gonna do it. So we have this, we have draw shadows. We have draw death. Pre-pass maybe. We have the draw one. I mean, just the draw. Yeah, close it again. Why close it again? That's fine. I mean, just draw. I like draw pixels, draw color. I mean, draw. Maybe draw. Okay. And then we have entities. So for now, I'm just going to make those. I'm not going to create classes ahead of time too much. I'm just going to create the classes I need. So we're going to have... I mean, entities are not going to be split between static and dynamic, right? Well, they're skeletal and not skeletal. Wait, so... I guess it's static. Is it static? How can I call it? How can I call objects that don't use a skeletal? Oh, a skeleton, my bad. So static mesh. Yeah, static I guess is non-skinned. I guess can be good too. Only if truly immobile. Yeah, that's what I thought, static mesh. Yeah, static is, it means two different things, right? Non-skinned, I guess. I mean, I guess I just don't have the thing inside. Maybe I just don't have static and that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so let's, I mean, it's gonna be opaque entity render. Maybe? Okay. Wait. Opaque. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. Let's just put some comments. Joe's opaque voxels. So deferred. Do not have skeletal animations. Optimize normals since they're shared. Because we have voxels. Okay. We have this. Then we're gonna have, well, opaque cube voxel render. Then we have the entities. So opaque entity render, probably. Opaque entity renderer. Draw opaque entities. Do not have skeletal animations. And I guess that's gonna be it. It's gonna be the default way to render anything. Kind of. Okay. Okay. So let's go here. We have the same. This. I mean, I guess it's a pass. It's not really a render. It's a pass, right? No, because we have like different passes here. Never mind. Okay. And I mean, I guess that's mostly it. Technically, I can do that already. Well, there's a pickup too that I still have to support. I'm not really sure about how the pickup is going to work. But in any case, I mean, I'm gonna draw the things. Okay. Okay. So, what do I need? What are all the things I need? I guess I need the vertex format. I need the entities. I mean, I guess the entities is like the main thing. So let's focus on the entity render. So we have like this. That's gonna be... Is that gonna be like an entity? I mean, more like a mesh. Local vector, maybe. Core. Well, templates. Local vector. So we have the meshes. And what is going to be a mesh? The problem is that Godot already has a mesh. I mean, should I reuse the same ones? I'm not sure about that. Technically, I could reuse them, right? Like it would be easier too, like for me. Mesh convex decomposition. Wait. Okay. Okay, wait, we have that here. Oh. Array mesh. Okay. Wait, I don't know how much data this is. It inherits from resource. But... I'm not sure. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. Maybe I can mix what I have. Can I? Wait. No, I can't. Can I? Wait. Because I wanted to have my own render pipeline for the pickup, right? But if it's like, if I can't click on my objects and can't interact with them, that kind of stuff, then it doesn't really matter, does it? But I guess because I wanted to generate my things on the... Well, okay. Well. I do have my old... Whoa. I do have my old... What is it? Shaders. Pickup. No. This one? I do have this one. I do have this thing. That works for meshes that are used by Godot. Right. But... I mean, I can't optimize things this way with my entities because they're not voxels. So, because they're like not faces and stuff. Well, yeah, they're not voxels. So pick up. What am I doing here? Third circle distortion. I'm just including this, right? Inverse. So I do have the inverse anyways. Hmm. Mm-mm. I mean, I'm gonna have my own shadows too. Probably. Anyways. Mm. I don't remember the reason I made my custom render pipeline. I know it's important. Oh, for the output texture. Oh, right. Right. Okay, I get it. Do not render multiple passes. So, I mean, I guess I'm gonna make my own then. I'm gonna have my own. Because I might want to hit like different body parts or that kind of stuff. So I guess that's gonna be good. That's gonna be fine. Back past data. What is that? Oh, wow. Okay, it's useless. So entity. We have those, we have... I want to put voxel, but it's not a voxel. I want to, like, progs, like, maybe a namespace. Pickup, no. Like Z-mesh, maybe? I don't know. My mesh, right? Yeah, I mean, a namespace would be nice. Progs, maybe? I don't want it to be voxel. So... we can have something like this. And then I would have to define my meshes. Like mesh data, maybe. Or... actually, wait a second. I'm not gonna generate my own vertices for entities. I'm gonna like import and stuff. So the question is, like, I should... wait a second. Yeah, that's something I haven't explored yet. What time is it? 10, okay. Mesh, wait. Let me go to my models. That's really... so what is that? What are you? Meshes. There's like a bunch of meshes with like different materials. I'm not sure about that. Let me like this. And when I click on it, there. What is it? Material. Nothing, right? It's like just the albedo, right? Mesh. Deploy the anime girl. In Godot, it's supposed to be skeleton. Yeah, there's like no shader, there's like nothing. So we might want to just want this. So this is just a mesh, right? Property mesh. This is just a mesh. Okay, removed. So I'm gonna get to... Well, I mean, I guess I can maybe reuse the meshes from Godot. Like register mesh. I don't know, I just want to function to write things into. And let's say this is going to be mesh from Godot, so scene resources mesh. Boom. We have this. Let's say we have a mesh. What do I have inside? Array, bones, then let me go there. Triangle mesh. Surface triangle meshes. Let's have it out of that. Get faces. Vector. Wow. Yeah, okay. Variant. Eh. I don't get it. What's the point in doing that? What? Oh, well, okay. Face to vector 3, I guess. Okay. Generate triangle mesh. What do you mean generate? I mean, yeah, technically I could just reuse, but I'm not sure about that. Debug mesh lines. Yeah, I would lose the debug. Hmm. Hmm. Create outline. Wait, let me check. Well, let's drop it again. Actually no. Let's go inside. Well. Ah. Well. Okay, it's just a texture, I guess. Phase 3. What is phase 3? Oh, it's a triangle. Okay, I see. Okay, I see. It's using macros. That's crazy. Oh my god. I don't want to cut that. But technically I should have my triangles. So wait, where do I take my triangles from? Is that like it's a resource, right? Like if I do... I mean, this is a mesh, right? Meshes. Well, there are multiple meshes inside. Yeah, there are multiple meshes inside. Oh. So, mesh. GLTF. GLTF mesh. Okay, so that's something different. Okay, so maybe I can import from this instead. Import a mesh, no. Plane waves. Yeah. Additional data, materials. It seems like the kind of thing I want. Import a mesh. Used by importers instead of array mesh. And mesh instance 3D, so the data is not registered. Yes. Importing happens faster. And it's easier to modify before saving. Okay. Is that... What is that? I mean, is that the GLTF? I guess it is. Like, if I just drag this, is this a mesh? Is this... What is this? Again. It's just a node, right? And we have a bunch of... I mean, like... Do I want a lot of array meshes? Like, if I want an editor in my game... I'm not sure. I don't know. I probably don't want the hierarchy like that. Do I? Do I? Do I want to optimize this a bit differently? Because it's already parsed. So let me check a few things. Well, actually, let's check the documentation first. Godot mesh. Wait. Godot mesh. Here we go. Divided in surfaces. Each surface contains a completely separate array in the material. Okay. What is that? Mesh library. Not really. Yeah. So, I want to make my own, well, render pipeline with my own vertex buffers. I don't want to use Godot's meshes. How can I still get the mesh data from Godot for my models? Well, for the models I want to use. Yeah. Where's the mesh resource? So it's the mesh, get surface count. Oh, it's an array mesh though. Okay, it's array mesh. Hmm. Right. 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 As an importer. Use mesh storage. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I would avoid it. Make your own importer. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But, well, not really importer. I don't want to pass. I want to use mesh. Can also retrieve the skeletal informations. Array bones, array waves. I'm not sure about all of that. Well, I mean, yeah, but... What is that music? See in a hierarchy. Mesh instance 3D, skeleton, animation player. I could reverse, but... dang. So import GLTF. Array mesh, no. Custom conversion, my own. So I guess I want to go from array mesh. So... not import a mesh, for example. Generating LODs and once the asset has been imported, there is no importer mesh left. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really like having an extra mesh. I'm not really, well, extra information I'm not really using. But I guess that's fine. Like if I go there, instead of mesh I have array mesh, right? Like, so what is inside? Shadow mesh. I don't really know about that. I don't really know what this is. Well. Surfaces, mesh, ABB. Well, I mean, I guess it's not really that big. I don't really care about all of that. At the runtime, during the runtime, that means I'm going to have like an extra conversion step. Actually, just when, yeah, not for every entity, just for loading the base mesh, right? So I mean, that's all right. Yeah, it's not that. Wait, it's in every mesh. Why array mesh and not mesh? Right. Yeah. Get arrays. When do you need this? Add surface. So I don't really need that. Yeah. I don't like this, but okay. They have functions, yeah. Get surface count. I'm not sure about surfaces. Surface get arrays. You. I mean, I guess surfaces is like, it's not only like the vertices, but it's generate triangle mesh. If it's already valid, then it returns it. Good enough. For each surface. It's switching. Okay, that makes sense. I understand. That's why I also have a lot of, well, I do have a lot of this, but yeah. Okay. Gonna have to go soon. Array format index. Primitive triangles. So basically it's those ones, right? Wait, actually, never mind. Forget. Never mind. Wait. Wait, wrong one. Primitive. For each surface, wait. Surface get primitive type. So we have this, we have the get format. Plus equals the length. Yeah, okay, so it computes the length. And then we get the data around here. Index. Wait. Wait, why do I push faces equal VR? And VR is vertices for vertex pointer. And this is a surface get arrays. And it's array vertex here. Okay, so those are the things I can retrieve from the model. Array type, array vertex, normal, tangent, color, all of this. Okay, good. So if I go back, it's here. And A is surface get arrays. Okay. So I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have get surface count. Zero I is less than this I plus plus. Int 32t, like a u int, I suppose. It returns an int, okay. Then we have the mesh get surface, not faces, but get arrays. And we have the LODs too. Oh, which can be great. Yeah, I like that. I have to take into account the primitive though. But let's ignore that for now. So we have this, we have the arrays. Then we have, as I said, the array index. Indices. Well, yeah, it is. The array type, mesh array type, this. Mesh array type. And this is gonna be, I mean, there's vertex. There's the index. I guess we want the UVs. So, do we want the colors? Not really. For now. We want the normals, potentially. Potentially the bones, but not here. Yeah, I guess that's the main difference between the entity and the not entity. Bones, custom, tangent, waste. Yeah, I don't... Well, yeah. So we have all of this. So we can get the data from that. Like this, I guess. Vector 3. Arrays. Well. All of this. Oh, it's not indices in this case, it's like vertices. Yeah, good enough. So we have this, we have the indices. And I want to draw out of that. So it's for a single mesh, right? So I guess the lifetime is going to be the same, so we can, well, basically batch everything together into a single vertex buffer. And what else do I want? I don't know. I just realized, but if I have... that sucks. If I have a def prepass, that means I have to modify the vertices multiple times. Wait. Let me ask something. In the vertex shader, I am modifying the vertex positions. If I have a def prepass, that means I have to do that 2 times. Isn't it better to have a compute shader pre-compute those transformations into buffers, maybe? To reuse them. Well, to reuse transformed vertices. I mean, it depends on the cost, right? So, mesh shaders. Usually no. Yeah. Yeah, it's not just that though. Yeah. What did they do? Within a single draw. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I know that. Probably. Wait. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about that. Yeah, that's the problem. Hmm. For the skinning. Yeah, it's much more expensive. I mean... I do have, like, heavy vertex deformation. Kind of, so... That's not what I want. One more optimization. What if I have done it? Well, Taurus transformations. Is it expensive? A Taurus based transformation. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. It is. This is 20 to 30 flops. And this is... How much? Hundreds of operations. Yeah! Possibly. What I don't like is the amount of memory it's going to use. It's going to use so much memory. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah. That's fine. For now, we're just gonna have like some forward renderer, let's say, because I don't have lights, right? So let's care about lights only when we have lights. That seems so bad, but that's fine. Register mesh. Wait. Never mind. I guess we have the AABB too, so we can filter. Do we actually? Well, it's gonna get deformed, so maybe not. Well, I guess we can deform the AABB. Well, yeah, okay. 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 Let's have like this, I guess. We have the mesh. We have all of this to do vertices and stuff. So we're gonna have... I guess I don't really need that. Do I? Well, yeah, I guess we're gonna have instead... maybe in private. We are gonna have a class that's going to be vertex buffer or something like that. That's gonna be 2 vertex. We're gonna have vertex. Is it gonna be aligned or not? That's a real question. Is it going to be interleaved or not? Interleaved is better, right? Interleaved. I think interleaved is better. Yeah. Yeah, for the cache. Right. Right, I mean for the death pass and that kind of stuff, I guess it's a bit different. So I guess we can have like different things too. Interleaved vertex data. Separate buffers. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah. That's what I wanted to do with my voxels too. Do I want to... Okay. I'm just gonna have everything here for now. So we're gonna have the position. We're gonna have the UVs. The normals. No, I think that's fine. Wait, what else do I need? Index, vertex. So index is not gonna go there. And I guess the normal is the only thing. And the vertex buffer is just an array of that. Well. Let me think a little. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go. I mean, a vertex buffer is just our idea, right? In the end. So... Do I want... Wait. Do I want separate vertex buffers for all my entities? Because if it's packed, it's supposed to be better, but... To have like inside the same buffer, right? Yeah. Yeah. Buffer binds, harder to batch. To shared buffers. Yeah. I mean, entities are gonna be the same though. Well, oh, no, right. No, because they're like, you know them ahead of time. Like the meshes are not supposed to change, right? Okay, so that's completely different. Right. So, right. Okay, I get it. Okay. I mean, in any case, you're gonna... Well, I guess you're gonna have vertices. And I guess that means a single buffer with like everything. And that's gonna be like very optimal. Yeah. So it's a single pass basically. Well, it's a single draw. Right, so we can actually optimize this a lot. So okay, I see what's going to happen now. If I go back to my pickup pipeline, we have all of this, right? Record, basically. And wait, what does it take? Render data? Right. Something like this, I guess. Then I'm going to copy all of this. And boom. And now we want to clean this. So wait, where is render data? What's the header? Since... Oh no, it's servers, rendering storage. Wait. I don't have storage? This? Well, let's try that. Well. No, it's not all this. It's servers rendering storage. Storage. Render data. Okay, here we go. And this is just... I can just forward that. Like this. Okay. Well, now we have some problem, but profiling. Okay, so we can have this. And now we have all of this. Which might be a problem. Or not. Yeah, I gotta go. But I guess the meshes are just going to be indices, right? So technically I can draw indirect. Wait, technically I can draw indirect, right? Because they're in the same buffers and stuff. So since they're in the same buffers, that means I can draw indirect. Right? Hey. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Wait, what about Minecraft? Does Minecraft Java draw indirect? It doesn't. Good. Yeah, I guess they're improving their renderer, but... Okay. Sodium. Wait, Sodium is the mod, right? A powerful optimization mod. Right. That's why. That's why. That makes sense. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. So we have a very good start for how we are going to have, you know, entities in our world. So this is pretty good. And I'm just going to raid someone and I'll be going. We have a lot of good streamers right now. Wow, that's crazy. What should I do? Trade already. Oh. Let's raid this one probably. Okay, yeah, and thanks for watching. Yeah. Let me do this. Thanks for watching. I'll be going, I have to go. Am I going to stream tonight? Like after work? I don't know. I'm gonna see because this is a bit chaotic, let's say. Right now, my nights are. So I'm just gonna tell you that, you know, see you next time, and I hope we can have like a custom render pipeline that's like very optimized for entities. That would be great. I was thinking also about coding entities based on the chunk where they were in. Whoa, I can't speak. But yeah. Anyway, thanks a lot, people. And see you next time.